All right, everybody, this is Happy New Year for 2015, and it's January the 2nd. So we're going to talk about tax returns that you're going to do for 2014. And what I want to point out to each one, to everyone, is that this is not all the tax deductions or all the income. Those you can find on my taxshowradio.com website. I list income that's taxable, income that's not, as well as a list of deductions. So go to my website, taxshowradio.com, and you can find some wonderful information, and specifically income and deductions for 2014. All right, but for tax extenders, thank you, Congress. You got it done before the end of the year. And because of that, IRS has announced that they will start receiving tax returns January the 20th, which is pretty good. So, all right, so the good news for the tax extenders is, good news, teachers. The tax deduction for expenses of elementary and secondary school teachers. You can put $250 on the front of the 1040 and the rest on Schedule A, miscellaneous deductions. Number two, the tax exclusion of imputed income from the discharge of indebtedness for a principal residence. Thank goodness. This is a big one. If you hadn't had this one, when you got a short sale, the write-off would have been taxable. But you can file a 940 form or 962 form, and that by filing that form with your tax return, you shouldn't have to pay taxes on your cancellation of debt. For those who have the short sale in 2014. But without this, you would have owed IRS forever, right? Okay, number three, well, this one is not too many you can use, but the equalization of tax exclusion for employers providing commuter transit and parking benefits. Yeah, well, you know, if you have parking downtown and your employer pays for it, you can put it in the cafeteria plan and you don't have to pay for it. But this can save taxes to those who have that cafeteria plan for transportation, right? It comes under the cafeteria plan. All right, number four. Lots of people have this one when they have a home loan, and it was going to be quite a bit of money for each one of us if that didn't happen. So, tax deduction for mortgage insurance premium, which is called PMI. If you look on your tax on your 1099 for interest paid. Once your equity is better, see though if the lender will get rid of this for you. I think it's like less than 20% down payment, then they charge it as PMI. So, number five, and I've saved a lot of money on this one. Sales and local, i.e., new car purchases, right? In lieu of state and local the tax deduction of sales and local general sales tax in lieu of the state and local income tax, right? So if you have a state and local sales tax, then keep track of this, because or you remodel your home, because look at the sales tax from Home Depot. This one is nice. The tax deduction of contribution for real estate property interest into a conservatory purpose. In other words, you give land back to the government for their forest, it's a tax deduction. Keep it in mind. Number seven, the way it goes around to be the only 4-year tuition, the way it was going to be that the 4-year tuition was the only credit you were going to get for going to college. But now, this means that you can go back to school to improve your job, and you can get this tax deduction. Tax deduction for qualified tuition and related expenses. Big thing, related expenses, like your computer, if you bought a computer to do your online school. Number eight, the tax exemption of distribution of individual retirement accounts for charity purposes. Okay, this is a big tax savings that if you want to give away some of your money from your IRA. right? All right, there is lots more tax deductions, and so you need to consult your tax man. These are I give to you so that you'll be ready to give this to your tax man. All right, the next section is going to be on business deductions. Not too many people have this one. A lot of those extensions were not did not affect the individual. These were individual ones I gave you about tax deductions. But you may want to review it because there may be something in there. If you have a second job, or if you have a second company that you're working for, you may want to look at that. All right, this is Don B, the tax man, saying, I hope you have a good tax year. Bye.